took care of business. He was very physical, high energy, blocking everybody. Luke, who came in the game, Joe Mazzulla put him in the game during the second half. I'm Jackie G, aka Sports Chick. Interesting game. It was a very interesting game. A lot of people really thought that New York Knicks were going to win. So it's going to go down. But right now, I do have to talk about how good Derrick White looked. He took care of business. He was so efficient. He brought a lot of high energy. He really got the game going. You know, he was hitting his threes, and we all know they struggle in shooting their threes. Field goal. He was 9 for 16 field goal. He had 34. Derrick White. And then you had Drew Holiday. He played a very defensive game. He had 14. He was 5 for 8. And Porzingis, he was 0 for 3. He only had 1 point. And I believe maybe he's still trying to get over his injury. You know, I believe he's not really healthy, you know, so I believe that's why Joe Mazzulla took him out the game for the second half. And Al Horford had 12. He came through and made a lot of big plays for Celtics. He was 5 for 7. And I believe this is exactly what they're going to need in order to beat in Game 6. Joe Mazzulla going to have to put Luke Kornet in the game before the second half because he did a heck of a good job, baby. Heck of a good job. He's very athletic. He's way more athletic than Porzingis. You know, not throwing shade or anything, but he's way more athletic. And then you had Pritchard. Pritchard came in. He delivered 17. He had 17. He delivered. He was 6 for 17 and 5 for 14 for the 3-point percentage area. I mean, they really play their hearts out. And I believe because they know how important this is for Jason Tatum, you know. And that was a very sad moment, you know, when he fell down and ruptured his Achilles. So, you know, I'm sending prayers, and many other people sending prayers for Jason. Going forward, Game 6 will be at the Garden. And a lot of New York fans, I mean, they were devastated, baby. They already been celebrating, having a premature celebration till the chickens hatch before you start really celebrating. But I believe Boston will pull through, and they will play. They'll play Indiana Pacers, and they've been sitting back, waiting patiently. They've been waiting patiently on, you know, trying to see who's going to win, and that's going to be a real good match on whoever wins. But yeah, drop y'all comments. Let me know what y'all think about it. But I also like how Joe Mazzulla made changes to put Jaylen Brown on Jalen Brunson. That was a real big move because it really slowed up his physicality. You notice he wasn't really popping like he normally pop. But when they have other players who try to defend Jalen, you know, it's like they really don't know how to contain him because he gets his. Jalen Brunson gets his. And we all know he's a clutch player. We know he's very efficient. He had 22. He was 1 for 4. And you had Cat. He had 19. Cat had 19. He was 5 for 11. He had a pretty decent game. But OG Anunoby struggled. He was 1 for 12. He only had 6. So they most definitely going to need OG to be an OG and step it up, you know, in Game 6 in order for them to win. And Mikal Bridges, he shot for 4 for 14. He had 9. He didn't have the best game. So those players most definitely going to have to step up. Yeah, and Miles McBride came through. He had 11. He come through when they need him. So we will see how Game 6 will be. It will be tomorrow. And I'm ready. I'm ready for it. All right, I'm out, y'all. I'm Sports Chick. God bless you.